Can you guys hear me? As if you can't. Well, you know, I'm so excited to be here today. Thank you so much. Guys, come up front. For those of you who are at the back, come up front. We're going to be very interactive. Come up front. I want to see you. Come up quickly. Time's going. I've got at least 3 days. I think I did that. You'll sort it. Come up front. Thank you so much for coming out today. If you find that I take off my shoes, it is because I hurt my foot last week in Orlando. Because somebody went to see Mickey Mouse. So, good. Wonderful. Slot yourselves in. Brilliant. Brilliant. So, as I said, thank you so much for coming out. My name is Camilita Nuttall. I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago. Anybody knows anybody from the Caribbean? Anybody's ever been to the Caribbean? Who would like to go to the Caribbean? That's what I should say. Okay, so I should tell you a little bit about myself, and then I want to tell you about what I do and what you need to do to take action to succeed in life and in business. How many of you are ready to take action to succeed? Okay, you don't want a repeat of 2015. Right, so I want to show you exactly what I do to build, develop, grow my life and my business globally, which I've done over the last 12 years. So if anything goes amiss, my mic falls down, I take off my shoes, that's normal. Right, so they call me the Rockstar International Speaker. I'm an executive business mentor. I'm an award-winning sales trainer. I can sell you your clothes. I'm a corporate sales trainer. As I said, I'm a business developer. So for those of you who want to get in touch with me, please, you can send me a WhatsApp. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. I communicate a lot on social media. As my husband says, I live there. Or send me an email, and I'd love to get in touch with any of you. Take a photo or just get in touch with me. But I want to tell you a little bit about my story. I grew up in Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean. I grew up very poor. I struggled through school. At the age of 13, my father said to my mother, we no longer have money, that I would have to finish right there. And my mother said, we are going to find a way. How many of you promised me for 2016, you're going to find a way to succeed in business? You're going to find a way, regardless. So, at the age of 13, my mother and I went on the public dump in Trinidad and hustled through the rubbish. We dug out all the bottles to sell just so I could attend secondary school. How many of you ever had to do something like that? How many of you feeling sorry for me? Don't. But I had to do that, and in the evening, we would take the rubbish, the bottles, and put it in the back of the rubbish bin, and take it home, and we would break it up and sell it just so I could go to secondary school. And you know what, I talked to a lot of students today, and I say to them, some of us sometimes, we don't know what we've got. We don't know. We were too comfortable, and we'll talk a little bit about the comfort zone. I call it the broke zone. And why and how is it, I told you this would happen. And why and how is it that a lot of people find themselves in a situation whereby they want to win, but there are situations and things that are holding them back? How many of you can say to me right now that there are things in your life that's holding you back right now? Hand up if that's you. Don't pretend. We all have stuff going on. Don't pretend. So I had to find a way, and I fought my way through. Studied law in Trinidad, came to England to finish my law degree with the University of London, and then heard about the industry of network marketing. At first I thought, why these people wouldn't find a decent job? Why are they trying to sell? I didn't understand sales. I didn't understand it was giving value to people and you being paid in return. So I did very well in that company, started another company, and in that company we did extremely well. We built 2 global businesses, and I'll show you exactly what we created. Left Trinidad for the UK penniless, but after 4 years, we had a net worth of almost $1 million in property in just 4 years, not knowing anything about property. We got a lot more now. I've been a top salesperson in a network marketing company for not only 1, but 7 years in all of Europe in sales. Also, we engineered a major sales force in Australia and New Zealand. We became one of the biggest launch in the company's history. We did 1.76 million in sales in 1 month. That's with an M. And then I've spoken to thousands right across the world on how to fight for the future. So I want to tell you a little bit about what I do now. I am in a strategic collaboration with a lady called Sharon Lecter. How many of you have heard of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad? That's you. How many of you read it? How many of you are going to read it now? So I'm working along with Sharon, and she co-wrote Rich Dad and set up the brand with Robert Kiyosaki, and this is us here at her house, and also with her work with the Napoleon Hill Foundation. Is it okay? Yes. And I had the privilege of being mentioned in the new Think and Grow Rich for Women. How many of you read Think and Grow Rich or have heard of it? Well, the new one is Think and Grow Rich for Women, and Sharon mentioned me in this book. And this is my quote. And this is mentioned next to some of the big names in the world like Condoleezza Rice. I was mentioned in that book. My quote says, there is no better time than the present to take action to succeed. And so today we're going to be talking about the action steps you need to do every single day. Now, what I'd like, firstly, how many of you would like to get more information from me after today? Okay? So I'm going to pass this board around. If you can put your name and details on the board. Okay? And so I've got all your details. Yay. And so I can give you more information. I can invite you to some of the things that I'm doing, my webinars, all sorts. You will get a lot more. So please put your details on the board. And this is an event that we did recently. It's called the Event of Champions, and we had dinner at the Ritz. How many of you would like to have dinner at the Ritz with me in September? How many of you ever been to the Ritz? How many of you had tea at the Ritz? How many of you had dinner at the Ritz? 2 people? Well, we're going to have dinner again. So we brought a team from across the world, and we had dinner, and we had an amazing event. So I'll tell you a bit about that as well. And this is me meeting some amazing people. Levi Roots, most of you know Levi Roots, Reggae Sauce. The Archbishop of Canterbury. I had the privilege of attending an event, and he was there. And I said, Archbishop, would you mind getting a photo with you? And he said, no problem at all, so humble man. And I said, Archbishop, okay, hold on, selfie. He didn't know what hit him. And this is myself with the Prime Minister of the Bahamas and with billionaire Ed Mercer. So also, this is myself with the Napoleon Hill Foundation CEO, Mr. Don Green. And we had a chance to meet and be with him in Virginia at his office. And this is Cheryl Snapconnor. She's one of the US's most recognized publicists. She can get you on Forbes and Oprah and everywhere else. And this is myself with Ingrid Vanderbilt, who I met last week in Orlando. We actually went to Disneyland together. There's a few of us. Again, she runs a company called EBW 2020, and they are empowering 1 billion women by 2020 with some of the biggest names in the world, women leaders. And also some of the other ladies. This is Nancy Matthews. She runs one of the biggest companies in the US for women. And this is me and Mickey Mouse. This was the highlight of my trip. Listen, if you can't have fun while you're doing what you're doing, you might as well forget it. Okay, life is not that serious. So I met Mickey Mouse, and I was actually shy, would you believe? And these are some of the media connections and some of the places I've been. EBW 2020, I'm speaking there next week and a half in Austin, Texas. I'm also speaking at South by Southwest, and if you know that, it's a really big event in the US. I've been on Sky, the Bahamas Institute, literally all over the place, and of course, the best you. And this is one of my, I would say one of my joys, that last month, January, I was featured in Global Woman, front cover, Global Woman. And for me, this was a real, Morella, who runs the magazine, she's amazing. But to be featured on the front cover, empowering women globally, for me, that was like, this is why I'm here. This is what I'm called to do. You know when you're called to do something? So if any of you want those, you need to speak with Morella. And so, yes, so this is where I'm speaking. How many of you have ever heard of Ali Brown? How many of you ever heard of Ingrid Vanderbilt, Sharon Lecter from Rich Dad Poor Dad? How many of you ever heard of Camilita Nuttall? So I'm going to be speaking alongside and on a panel with these amazing women in a week and a half in Austin, Texas. So it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to be speaking on how to fight for your financial future and to do what I did. So let's go in and talk about taking action to succeed. How many of you believe what I shared with you just now, or that whole story, that there were some action steps in there that I had to take to come from the dump in Trinidad to being on the front cover of Global Woman to speaking on the same stage as these global women. They had some, so I'm going to share with you what you need. It doesn't matter what business you're in. It doesn't matter where you are. The action steps you need to do, not when you feel like it, not when everything is going well. Every single day. I tell the people that I mentor, when you're feeling nice and you're feeling good, it's okay. But when you're feeling down, cry, bawl, roll. When you're done, get up and get to work. Because you're still going to do it. So you might as well just do it. So I want to ask you a question now. Why is it that some people in the same industry earn $35,000 and others earn $350,000, yet others still earn $3.5 million in the same year? Someone tell me. Yes, ma'am. Mindset? Anybody else? Attitude? Anybody else? Yes, sir. What they believe? Anybody else? Sorry? The work ethic. Of course, it's part of it. Definitely. Yes, yes, ma'am. Sorry? Courage. The fact that they can actually do it regardless. It's all of those and more. Why is it people go from 35,000 to 3, and they're doing exactly the same thing? Now think about your own life. Everybody close their eyes for a minute. Nobody's going in your bag. Close your eyes for a minute. Nobody's going in your pocket. Your own business, your earnings right now, can you see yourself going from there to whatever that figure is in thousands to making that figure become millions? Open your eyes. It is possible, and I'm going to show you how, and I'm going to show you why. You see, it's not about the business. It's about you. It's about your beliefs, your daily choices, and it's your daily activity. How would you like to go from 35K to 3.5 million? How many of you in here? Okay, so let's talk about how you're going to do that. You see, this is my mantra. This is what I teach my audience. This is what I teach the people that I mentor. Until you are committed to earning that kind of income, until you're committed to doing the work, until you're committed to coming outside, until you are, you know what commitment means? Commitment means the death of all other options. Some of you got too many options. You're doing too many things. Until you are committed, there is hesitancy. It is a chance for you to draw back. Always ineffectiveness. That of which kills countless ideas and all your splendid plans. The moment you commit, the death of all other options, providence moves with you. Money starts to follow you. Connection starts to come with you. Your life starts to go in the right direction when you commit. The death of all other options. So let's talk about what you need to commit to. You should be committing to doing income-generating work. And we'll talk about that. Because a lot of people are working and they're busy. How many of you know people are busy and they're broke? Hand up high. You know, they're busy, but they're broke. Because they're busy, they're not doing income-generating work. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Your business success, you need to be committed. Your team's success, your leadership and development, you need to be committed. And expanding your reach outside of your comfort zone, expanding your reach globally. This world is so small. How many of you got a global business? Hand up high. How many of you want to have a global business? Hand up high. How many of you don't know you don't know how to do it, but you still want it anyway? Okay, so there's everybody. So let me show you. All this excitement. You see, men are anxious to improve their circumstances, but very few are willing to improve themselves. It is the man whose sole object is to acquire wealth. He must be prepared to make great personal sacrifices. And we're going to talk about some of those sacrifices. But this here has been my help, so I'm giving you my help before I go to number one. This has been my help over the last 12 years. This is where I've gone from not knowing anything to knowing a few. Not everything. Ask yourself, who can help you get what you need? There are people in your life, in your circle, or perhaps just outside, that have the answer to your question, how to go global. It may be a mentor. It may be somebody that you're interacting with every single day. Who can help you? I asked the question to myself when I wanted to become a best-selling author and I'm writing my book, who can help me to become a best-selling author? Well, okay, Sharon Lecter is a best-selling author, 7 times New York Times, 30 million books globally. Do you think she could help me to become a best-selling author? Okay. Then what? What exactly do you need to achieve and by when? Okay? Why do you need to achieve it? That's the big question, the why. And then when? Every single goal needs to have an end result. And then how? But let me show you the magic in this. How many of you would like to know how to get from here to having a global business? Hand up high. Now, if you find, this is the key now, if you find the who, they will show you how. But a lot of us want to do it on our own. We want to waste money. We want to do it the hard way. We want to say my way or the highway. How many of you know somebody like that? We don't want to take instruction from someone else. Okay, so this here has helped me tremendously. So number 1, ask. In taking action to succeed, ask. Ask the question. Ask. If you need help, ask. The past 10 years, most of the things in which I've done to speak globally in front of 14,000 people, to travel the world, most of those things is because I asked, can I do it? Can I? We were in Orlando last week, and I asked Ingrid Vanderbilt, Ingrid, can I speak at your next event in Austin, next to Ali Brown? These guys earn $17 million a year speaking, training with governments and ministers. Can I? She says yes. I said, okay, I know you're having a panel. Can I speak on the panel as well? She says yes. Now, had I not asked, do you think that would have happened? The problem with a lot of us, we're older, or I should say we increase in age, and we forget how to ask. I don't want to ask anybody for anything. I'm all right. How many of you know people like that? I don't want to ask anybody for anything. I'm all right, I don't want to ask. And you do the hand motion like the little girls, and you shake the head and whatever. Okay, not the men. But the ladies, yeah, why? Just tell me why. If somebody has the key to your next million, would it be wise to go to them in humility and say, you know what, I need some help. My business is going down, I need some help. And not be afraid to ask. And so when you're asking though, you never accept advice from anyone more screwed up than you are. This is the key. As much as you're asking, let me tell you, never accept advice from anyone more screwed up than you are. Find out who they are before you ask them. Let me go on, because I've got 30 more minutes. Again, I asked, how many of you would like to be on a panel with all of these women that are probably net worth about 100 million each? And Camilita. All because I asked. This is one statement I don't want you to forget. Who you are is not where you are. And where you are is not who you are. It may be where you are, but that is not who you are. Who you are is what is on the inside. Who you are is the person that you go to sleep at night and you're thinking, I could do this. But you get up next morning and somebody negative tell you can't do it, and you just, oh, well, probably not. Ask, for me, it says always seek knowledge. Always seek someone else's knowledge. Always seek someone. You've got 7-point-something billion people on this planet. Do you think so? Listen, do you think Richard Branson has the key to one of your business ideas? Do you think? How hard are you going to keep asking and asking and asking until somebody put you onto Richard Branson? Think about it. We talk about 6 degrees of separation. It's about 1 or 2 now. It's about 1 or 2. Number 2, take risks. How many of you are afraid to take risks? Because you think, oh my God, my business is not going to work, it's not going to happen. How many of you took a risk coming here today? Take risks. When I first started out in the industry, I remember saying to my husband, we are going to fly to here and fly to there. I didn't know anybody in those countries. But we took a risk, and we started off with 1, and then we ended up with 10, and then we ended up having a business of 11,000 distributors in 30-plus countries doing between 500 to $1 million in sales a month. What risk are you willing to take for your business? You may have to go and see somebody you don't like. You may have to fly to meet someone that has the answer to your question. You may have to get on the train. You may have to get into traffic. You may have to do some stuff you're not comfortable with. Remember, the comfort zone is the broke zone, but ask. I had a turning point in my life. That lady there, I met her in Mexico, and she was dying from cancer. And she said, Camilita, don't live like me. Live your life on purpose and in purpose. Whatever that is for you, because I know some of you in here, there are things that you should be doing with your life, and you're not because you're afraid it will not work. Who says it's not going to work? Who told you that your business is not going to grow global in the next 6 months? Who told you? Yourself. Yourself. You told yourself that. Nobody said that. And she said to me, don't do what I did. I ran with AstraZeneca, was a top salesperson, blah, blah, blah. She's like, I made so much money. She said, but now I'm dying from cancer. She said, don't live like me. Live your destiny. Live what you're called to live. That when you get up in the morning, you know that this is what you're meant to do for the rest of your life. And then I started off having a small meeting, and then a bigger, and then a bigger one, and then a bigger one, and it just started growing globally. Can you do that? Can you just start with one idea? Can you start with one? I know you've got something amazing you want to do. Can you start with one idea? Can you find somebody to help you? Yes, you can. But number one, face what isn't working and change it quickly. That's number one. If it's not working, change it quickly. There are things that's going on in your business and in your life right now. It's not working, but you think, well, the crash is coming. I have to hold on to this. I probably need to hold on to my funds. Face what isn't working. Number two, mind your own business. Look, that's not a negative. My mother used to say to me, Camilita, okay, so I'm not advocating anybody to drink, but my mother used to say to me, drunk or sober, mind your own business. And what she was saying is, it doesn't matter what's going on around you. Focus on what you're about over the next 60 to 90 days. What is that one goal? And I'll talk about it in a minute. Form some new JVs, some new partners, people you can do stuff with. You cannot do it on your own. There may be people in here that you can network with. And we put on an event where people come and they network so they can get possible JVs. And I've had so many JVs to travel the world because all we did was sat and asked this person, how can I help your business? It's not about the other way around. And have a global online presence. How many of you got a good global online presence? Hand up high. If I were to Google you, how many of you got a good online global presence? Wow. You see, the world is online. And if you're not there, that is a large portion of your life and your business you are missing. How many of you like to throw away money? Hand up high. I don't want it. I just throw it away. I don't want it. Just throw it away. But that's exactly what you're doing right now. But not having a good, because the world is online. Are you? Can they find you if they look for you? Would you like to get some social media training? How many of you would like to get some social media training from me? Remember, to get into that book, Think and Grow Rich Women, guess where Sharon Lecter found me? On Google+. She found me on Google+ and put me in the book next to Condoleezza Rice. How many of you would like to have that happen to you? Hand up high, men or women, I don't care, whatever book it is. I can teach you, so we'll talk in the end. You see, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but it is a habit. Number 3, I'm going to do one more. Do the work that pays. Ladies and gentlemen, do the work that pays. But do it in 90-day slots. So look, again, this is key. How many of you are a business owner? Business owners, hand up high. You're a business owner. Yay. How many of you want a business this year? Hand up high. How many of you don't care? Just came in to chill out. How many of you who own a business have a customer plan for your business? I'm not talking about your business plan, how you're going to build. I'm talking about how you are going to supply and support and get more referrals and more business from your customers. Because your customer buys your experience, your values, your beliefs, your ability to make their dream a reality. At the end, they buy you. If your focus is more on helping your customer than it is on your own business, I guarantee your business will grow. Sharon asked me last week, again, I consider her a customer. We work together. Sharon Lecter. She said, Camilita, are you coming to Orlando? I'm like, well, no, I wasn't really thinking of it. She says, well, I need you there to do X, Y, and Z. And yeah, come along. I'm like, well, what days do you want me there? She says, I want you from this date to that date. I said, okay, I'm going to buy my flight now. I wasn't being paid. As far as I'm concerned, she's my customer, even though we work together. But you know what happened out of it? I got to speak on the same stage as Ingrid Vanderbilt and Ali Brown. All because I treated her like how I would want to be treated. She is my customer. What does your customer need? It is not about you and your business plan. It's about your customer plan. And then I do a model sales week. These are the things you need to do every single day from 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever time you start work. I don't start work before 9 o'clock. Nobody call me before 9 o'clock. But then I can work until 10 o'clock if I have to. So I have a model sales week, and I map it out every single hour of the day, exactly what I need to do to look after my customers or to get new customers. Because in business, the key is sales and marketing. If you're not focused on sales and marketing, you will end up broke. So, and the key, my mantra, if it isn't making money, it isn't making sense. Whatever you're doing, you can love your hobbies, and your hobbies can be so nice, and you're like, oh my God, I love what I do, I love it. Well, are you making any money? No. Well, then that doesn't make sense. And for those of you who would like to know more about this, I can send you this. How to apply my 12 key points to outperform your competition in sales. Do you see why I asked you to put your names down on the board? So I can send you stuff. Work in 90 days also. You do 90 days, you take a break. 90 days, take a break. 90 days, take. Why? The brain and the mind could only work in 90-day slots where you don't feel as if you're too tired or you don't feel as if you're overwhelmed, but it's a long enough time where you can think, yes, I can make this thing happen. You work in 90-day slots. What do? You network. So whatever you do, whether meetings, calls, hangouts, prospecting, social media campaigns, it doesn't matter. All done within a 90. So let's say we start in March. From March until the end of May. And you target and you give yourself 5, 10, 15, I don't know how many hours you decide to work on that particular goal. But the key, you're only doing income-generating activity. So what are those? Meetings, calls, prospecting. But this is key. Go out and network, you have to work the plan. Organize meetings after you've vetted people correctly. Vet people correctly. Vet people correctly. Vet people correctly. Do you know how much money I've lost by not vetting people correctly? By the time I got to them, can you afford to buy my product? Oh, no, not this month, next month. I ask them now before I go, how you got money? Because I'm not wasting my time. That is wasting time. Use Hangouts or Skype and get to talk to them a little bit before you meet with them. People say to me, Camilita, can we have coffee here? Can we have coffee there? Do you know how much it's going to cost you to have coffee with me? Really? You sure you want to have coffee with me? Let's talk on the phone. You can have coffee in the comfort of your own home. I can have coffee in front of my desk. We can all have coffee and we can talk from till the cows come home. Because your time, your 1 hour, your 2 hours is valuable. When you're sitting with people, it is crucial and valuable. Read about your prospect before meeting them. Again, go and Google them. Find out who they are, what they like, where they go. Look and see at the family life. Just find out about people. It's about the customer. Remember the customer plan? It's not about you. And I promise you, your business will grow 10 times faster this year if your focus is more on the customer. So this is key for me. Follow up. How many of you came here and you met at least 3 people? Hand up high. You met at least 3 people. You got at least 3 packs. Some of you got bags and all sorts. Yeah. The majority of us, when we go home, we do nothing with it. In business, we all know this. The fortune is in the follow-up. However, look at the statistics. 24 to 48 hours, you should follow up. 48% of salespeople never follow up. You leave here with all the business cards, you're excited, you're pumped up. Best you was brilliant, and you go home and nothing. Look at this. It goes down. It goes down. 10% of sales are made on the 4th contact. Wow. But look at this. 80% of sales are made from the 5th to 12th contact. How many of you contact somebody that you know is a key to help your business grow, and you contact and you for at least 5 to 8, 12 times? Or you do 2 or 3 times and you stop because you think, oh, well, they're not interested. They're not, as far as I'm concerned, as long as they don't say no, they're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. Because people have stuff going on in their lives. They've got children, they've got family, they're traveling abroad, they've got, all sorts. Don't just assume that because they said no one time, they mean no completely. No means not today. It means not yet. It means I am interested, yes, but give me some time because I've got some stuff I need to sort out first. So don't just give up on people, especially if you know that that person could give you some serious leads and connections. Are you going to give up? I called Les Brown because I wanted to work with him. I called Les Brown, and I called him over and over and over and over and over. Is it in his interest, or is it in my interest? Is it in their interest, or is it in your interest? It's in your interest, so you've got to call them. And number 4, last one. In order for you to succeed in business, you have got to every single day create positive cash flow in your business. Not when you feel like it, not when everything's going right, and when your business is running smoothly. You're going to create positive every single day. Every day. So this is how you do it. And I did a webinar recently. You were on the webinar. And people were like, oh my God, this is so good. Number 1, to create, how many of you would like to make some money this month? This month, March. Hand up high, March. Right. How many of you got something good in you that everybody says you're really good at it? Yeah? Okay. So this is how you can make money straight away. Remember, this is taking action. Create a product to sell, either from rev.com or one of those websites where you can just record something and you can have it there to sell tomorrow. Rev, R-E-V, like you're revving the engine. Rev.com. Is it something that everybody says you're good at? Can you not record that and transcribe it, and they do that for you and sell it? And you can make money tomorrow? How many of you want to make money tomorrow? Forget March. Then that's how you do it. Next one. Collaborate with other businesses. You know other people that are doing something similar to what you're doing. Listen, you see this competition thing? It's gone. Collaboration is in. Competition is out. Bernardo came. Who runs this event? He came at my event of champions, and I came here. And he's going to be coming to my next event of champions, and I'll be coming here because we collaborate. You're not an island. It's one way of getting other people's leads, connections, contacts, if you would just collaborate. Do you know somebody that's doing something similar to you? Can you guys do something together? Yes. Put an event, a workshop. Tell people what you do. You might think, oh, well, I don't know how to put it on. Learn. Did you learn to put on your clothes? One leg, other leg. Did you learn to put on a hat? Well, that's not easy. Let's put it on. Did you learn to do anything that everybody says you do really well now? Did you learn it? Oh, my God. So you could learn to put on an event and do a good job and generate some leads. Do some JVs, some collaborations with other people. Do some joint ventures. You get 50% and I get 50%, or you get 10% and I get 90%. Whatever it is, just do some collaboration, do some JVs with people. And don't be afraid. Ask, would you mind us doing something together that can help benefit us? You think they're going to say no? If you show them, remember, show them the money. If you're going to come to someone to tell them you're going to do a JV, show them the money. In September, we're doing an event in the Bahamas. I'm going to be in the Bahamas about 2-3 times this year, speaking. And I asked Sharon Lecter to come with me to the Bahamas to do an event. So we're going to be in Nassau, Harbor Island, and there's a lady that lives there, a lady she owns a law firm. She came to me when I was in the Bahamas last time, and she said, Camilita, I need you to mentor me. This is what is happening with me. I need some help. I really want to move forward. I'm like, okay, so let me see. And she was earning 6 figures. And we showed her in 3 hours how she can go from $100,000 to $250,000, doing less work with the connections that she's got, and us doing some JVs. How many of you would like to have that happen to you in your business? Okay, so ask for referrals. Now listen, if you forget, nothing. that I say. You forget everything else. This is the one thing I don't want you to forget. You see, referral marketing is the easiest way to build anything. We build those network marketing groups, those companies, to 11,000 distributors by asking everybody that they know. Chevy, do you know anybody who would like to so and so and so and so? Chevy says, yes. I'm like, okay, Chevy. So we can give you a cut out of whatever they do. Yeah, brilliant. Obviously data protection, you need to make sure and check that it's okay, so you need to call them first. But do you know at least 5 or 10 people who could benefit from my product or service? Chevy says, yeah. I say, okay, Chevy, let's get to work. I'm telling you, we built hugely by asking for referrals. How many of you that clients are the biggest challenge for you, getting new clients all the time? It's the biggest challenge. Come on, we're all in business. It's the biggest challenge. Because you're always having to go to networking events, and you're going here, and you're going there, and you're fighting, and you're getting like, oh, I'm tired of this, nobody's coming to me. No, they're not going to come to you. But if you ask the people who you service, remember your customers, remember the customer plan? If you focus and you ask them how you can help them and how they can help you, you're going to have a list of 10, 20, 30, 100, 200 names without leaving your office. I'm telling you. Ask for referrals. Do some promotions. Sell something cheaper. You know the markup you get on it. Come on. You know the markup you get on your product. Sell something, do a promotion. Hire someone to help you who can do what you do. Example, social media. Hire someone to help you so that you can make more money in less time. I am all about residual income. I'm all about I don't have to get up out of bed to earn money to live now. Because what we've done, my husband is in the back there. Say hi to Andrew. Hi, Andrew. Because what we've done over the last 10 years is that we've built up the businesses so we have his residual income coming through the door. So whether we get about a bed or not, so crash or not, when the last crash happened, all our friends lost their properties, we didn't lose any. Because we had multiple streams of residual income coming through the door. So hire someone to help you. We can't do everything, so we hire people out. Invest and hire a mentor, and that's key, guys. Hire somebody to help you do what you can't do. I hired a mentor, and I have more than one mentors. And the reason? Because I want to do it bigger and faster. And I want to do it correctly first time round. How many of you wasted money in 2015? Doing stuff on your own because you think, oh, I know what I'm doing. How many of you wasted money? Don't lie, you wasted money, yeah. Now, if you hire a mentor who's done what you want to do, they can easily help you to get it done. And you could do it in less time with more money. I'm talking from experience, I'm telling you. So, for those of you who would like to work with me, we do private mentoring, or we are people's accountability partners if you want to learn how to be accountable. We do corporate sales training for your staff and companies right across the world. If you want to learn how to sell, we will teach you how to sell your way to success. If you want to book me for an event or a seminar, I'd love to know more. Let me know. My diary is really chocker for the rest of the year, but let me know, and we'd love to work with you. Develop that idea. You've got an idea, and you want to develop that into a business. That is what we do. We teach people how to realize and how to monetize their destiny. And I'm not talking about the money that you think you should earn, because whatever ceiling that you set for yourself, you could earn 10 times more from day one. And so we will show you how. If you want to grow your business internationally and profitably, we can show you that. So we only got a few slots available. How many of you would like to know more about this, how you can work with me? Yeah? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've got some forms. I will be at the back. If you want to know more, you need to fill them in, and then we can talk. But I've got 2 opportunities for you. For those of you who want to come along to something that I'm doing, how many of you would like to get this? How many of you would like to be on a webinar with me, hearing this information in detail? Hand up high, if that's you. Okay, how many of you like a bonus webinar, how to create cash flow right now? If that's you, okay. And also for my upcoming event of champions, if you buy a silver ticket, we will give you a free gold upgrade. All of that costs £999, but for today, it's only £99. You save 900 quid. How many of you would like to have that as a bonus gift? Brilliant. Okay, so come and see me at the back. My husband and I are going to be at the back. But I also have one more opportunity for you. How many of you would like to spend 2 days with me, really learning how to grow, develop your business? And for me to connect you with some of the women and the men that I know. How many of you would like to do that? Because whenever we work together, I connect you with the people that I know. If it can help your business, it can help your business. We're here, we're all together on this planet. If we can help one another, why not? We're all going to die. We might as well help one another while we're here. So we're doing an event in the Midlands called Mind Your Own Business. And this is with my colleague, Leon Street. He was just in Orlando with us as well. And he's going to teach you how to monetize yourself online. How many of you would like to make at least 100 grand online this year? 100 grand online this year. I'm not talking no gimmick, you know. Listen, I'm going to ask the question again. How many of you would like to make 100 grand online this year? We ain't doing it for you, you got to do it for yourself. From your products, from your services, from what you've got inside of you. If that's you, we've got an event, 18th to 20th of March. We meet in the evening. We have drinks, canapes, we chill out. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we get to work. And then there are a lot of people in the room. It's only limited to 15 people. We have it very exclusive because we want business owners to come along and really get how to grow and develop their businesses globally. So, this is what you will get. Clear steps to take your business and your life to the next level. Techniques on how to increase your income on and offline. How to turn your prospects into customers and customers into referrals, and more referrals. You want to book out your diary? You want to have a full diary? That's one of my specialties. I can show you how to book out your diary with quality customers and quality leads and steps to earn 3 to 5 times more money that you earn in 2015. How many of you would like to know how to grow and expand your mindset, your skill set, and your association globally? How many of you would like to do that? Okay, so then that's what we're going to do over that weekend. Now, this is it. Today, for only today's special, it's a 2-day special. It's usually £3,000, but for today, it's only $1,997 per person. And all you need to do is turn up. You don't need to do anything. The hotel is covered, meals are covered, everything is covered for you. Just turn up and let's get to work. Okay? And you can make 3 payments if that's you. We only got a couple of weeks, and in between I'll be in Austin. So you need to let me know today. We only got 8 spaces available. And again, if you want to connect with me, feel free. A lady said to me last night, oh my God. She sent me a message like, oh my God, it's you. I'm like, yeah, it's me. And she's like, oh my God, people like you actually talk to people like me. I said, what do you mean people like me? She's like, well, you're so big in it. I said, listen, if you get to that point in your life where you are too big, or you are bigger than you think you are, or that you think you're bigger than people, that's the start of your downfall. Never get to that point in your life. It doesn't matter how much money you've got, your connections you've got, it doesn't matter. Keep yourself humble. And she was so impressed. And she was like, wow, thank you so much. So those are the things we're going to be teaching as well over the weekend. Okay, so get in touch with me. I'd love to talk with you. And I'm going to finish on this. And I'll see some of you at the back. You see, it takes a little courage. And it takes a little self-control. And it takes some grim determination if you want to reach your goal. You see, it takes a little deal of striving and a firm and stern set chin. No matter what the battle, if you really want to win, there is no easy path to glory. There is no road to fame. Ladies and gentlemen, life, however we may view it, it is no simple parlor game. But its prizes are called for fighting, for endurance, and for grit, for a rugged disposition, and a winner like you who don't know when to quit. I'll see you at the back, I'll see you at the events, I'll see you on the webinar, and I'll see you at the top.